Let's see how this works. I don't know why Facebook is so difficult to go live from. I don't understand it. Ooh. Let's see if anybody pops up on these. And y'all wonder why I be on TikTok all the time. So nobody be showing up on these. Hello. Y'all let me know if y'all can see me on Facebook. Because for some reason, you have to screen share through YouTube, which is wild. So let me know if y'all can see me on Facebook. You never see me on TikTok anymore. Well, they banned my account. You've never seen me on Facebook. I used to go live on Facebook all the time back in the day, but now they have this new thing. I don't know. You got to go through all of this rigmarole just to go live, and apparently I don't know how to do that yet. So, greetings, Instagram. So you cannot see me. Then why am I sharing it? Hold on. I'm sharing it on Facebook. I'm going to my profile. And no, do not see me. I do not see me. So I don't get it. I mean, I did go live on Facebook, I think, from my glasses. You can see me on YouTube. My son shares my grandbabies by Facebook Live daily. Oh, that's cute. Hi. So share the live. Look, I've been spending a lot of my time on TikTok. You guys know that I got banned. My main account got banned there. Okay. However, we still had our business account. Let me move this over. We still had our business account, and that's what I've been broadcasting on TikTok. And here's the thing. I don't know why I look so misty. Maybe it's the camera. Maybe there's a fingerprint on it. Hold on. Let's see. I don't know. Anywho, but I will say I get way more people attending over there. Why did I get banned? Just, teaching. Same thing I always do. Teaching people how to eat according to their blood type. They don't like me talking about food over there. So what I do over there is drag white people. They seem to love it. I don't know why. All I do over there is teach Black history and drag white people. It is what it is. Well, I'm not going to be here long. I just want to talk about something, then I'm going over there. Plus, I can play music over there. I can't play music anywhere else. And it just sounds so quiet. Your daughter told you about me. She probably told you about how I teach how to eat according to blood type. That's what most people know me for. But ever since I got diagnosed with congestive heart failure, I have been on another level. ever since I got diagnosed with congestive heart failure. Share the live, please, because I'm not going to be here long. This is why I don't come on these platforms, because I don't get anybody on these platforms. I only get like 10 people. Over there, I get 200. I used to get 1,000 per broadcast. So it's like I'm talking but I'm only talking to like 5 people. And if I'm going to spend some hours talking, I want to try to reach as many people as I can, if that makes sense. It's not that I don't appreciate the 5 or 10 that show up. It's just that time is money and I could be doing other stuff. So if I'm going to come and talk, I would rather talk to the masses and not just 5 people, if that makes sense. But I do appreciate your loyalty and you being here. God, these dimples is popping today. So ever since I got diagnosed with congestive heart failure, and then I got to the bottom of what the congestive heart failure was from, I have just been expressing myself freely. Let's just put it that way. Okay. What's up, Big Daddy? I've just been expressing myself freely because a lot of Black people don't understand that in most of our cases when dealing with congestive heart failure, stress is our underlying issue. Okay. A lot of our stress comes from holding our tongue. A lot of our stress comes from forgiving those that didn't ask for forgiveness. A lot of our stress comes from suppressing anger. I mean, that's the truth. So we're walking around all day angry about shit, but we're not allowed to express ourselves. We're not allowed to cuss people out. We're not allowed to stand our ground. We're not allowed to do any of those things. And a lot of that frustration that we're never able to get out is what is literally eating us up from the inside. Okay, because it's sending our blood pressure up. That sending our blood pressure up in and of itself puts damage on the heart. Okay. And so then you couple, hold on, why is this looking so? I don't know. I feel like I'm looking misty. Maybe it's my glasses. But what has happened, y'all don't understand that 60% of Black people are dealing with some sort of cardiovascular disease, some sort of heart disease, some sort of disease that is affecting our hearts. And a lot of that has to do with the high blood pressure. So us eating is a big part of it because we're really not paying attention to the sodium content in our food. But secondly, and more importantly, our allostatic load is higher than all other races of people simply because of stress. And the number one thing that stresses us out in America is racism. Especially when you have a president that sits up and just talks shit about us all day. You got a president that sits up and calls us names. I mean, when I say us, I mean Black people, because there really isn't much of a distinction from a white person's perspective as to who's Somalian and who's not, who's Haitian and who's not. To them, we're all Black. Right? So when you have a president that's standing up there and saying shit about Black people and people coming from shithole countries and this, that, and the other, and then you perpetuated this lie that all Black people have come from these African nations that you are then labeling as shithole countries. What kind of stress do you think that puts on us having to get up every day and go out into the world? Go out and work in these companies with a bunch of white coworkers that listen to him and agree with him. And then there are the other things that are built into being a Black person, like, you know, getting followed in stores and getting stereotyped and, you know, people saying all kinds of weird shit to you and talking to you when you don't want to talk to them and telling you all their business when you don't want to know it. Just crazy shit. but just perpetuating the big lie, the biggest lie of all time, which is all black people come from Africa. That's the biggest lie in the world. That's the biggest lie that's ever been concocted. The biggest lie ever concocted, and that is still going on today, is that all black people come from Africa, when it is literally proven that we do not. We were already here. We were already here when they got here. When they came here, we were already here. Only 300,000 Africans came to America over a span of 300 years. So everything that y'all have been told has been a lie. Everything that we have been told, every fabricated historical event, all of that shit was a lie. So why would they lie about it, you may ask? So they can do what they're doing right now. Some of us identify as Afro-Indigenous. I just identify as colored, because forever in my mind, they are known as colorless. I'm either black or I'm colored. I don't need to be identified by my hair or, Afro anything. For what? Hi. Black people, indigenous black people, we aren't Afro anything, because we were already here and we have allowed them to name us. We are the original people. We them ones. We are them ones. Period. And we have allowed these people to come here and tell us what we gonna be called. Every aspect of our life, they're trying to control. Every aspect. Wherever there's 2 or 3 of us, there they are among us, just like in the Bible. You can't get away from these motherfuckers, because they're always in your business. Well, what are you guys talking about? None of your fucking business. This is what it means to have safe spaces. This is what it means for us to get it in our minds that we have to segregate. Every other group in America is allowed to segregate except us. Ask yourselves, why is it that the indigenous people are not allowed to segregate, when every other group of people that sailed here on a boat, that we can all prove that sailed here on a boat, get to segregate? They get to have their own little enclaves. They get to have their little Chinatowns and their Koreatowns and their Asia towns and their little Haiti and their little Havana and their little Mexico and their little this, that, and the other. Where's our little anything? Because every time we create something, they burn it the fuck down or they flood it. So ask yourselves, why is it that they haven't burned them down or flooded them? Why are Black Americans hated all over the world? Because they've taught everybody all over the world how to hate us. From every movie to every derogatory thing they say about us, everybody in these other countries, before we even go there to visit, think that they know who we are. We're either a thug or a prostitute or a crackhead or a crack dealer, or because everything that they see on American TV shows that. So y'all want to know why people hate us all across the world? Because America hates us. America has taught everyone how to hate us. So wherever we go, they think, oh my gosh, she's a thug. Oh my gosh, she's a this, she's a that, she's a this, that, and the other. Because y'all often ask that question, well, I don't understand, why are we hated everywhere? Because they were taught how to hate us. Now you got to ask yourself, why? Why did they hate us so much? Because we're motherfucking pressure. That's why. We are motherfucking pressure. Whenever we show up, they got to live up to a whole different standard. Whenever we show up, they got to perform on a higher level. Whenever we show up, they got to raise their fucking game or cheat, which is historically what they've done. Right? Ask yourselves why they always have to cheat when it comes to us. See, they know our power more than we know our power. That's what y'all won't accept. They know more about us than we know about us. That's why they know what to lie about. That's what they know, why they know what to cover up. That's why they know what to bury, because they know more about our history than we do, because they are the ones that buried it. I'm just not one of those people that sits around and complains about shit. I'm a doer. I'm not going to sit around and study the past and also shit, because I'm thinking about where are we going? What can we do to save ourselves? What can we do to save our people? That's me. There are if we're a team, there are people that have to play different positions. The position that I play is visionary. The person that's willing to build shit for us. Okay. There are people that manage the present very well. There are people that manage the past very well. You know, we got hoteps that'll go and teach you all of the Asiatic man and the 12 tribes of Judah and all that. That's not me. But I don't have no problem with them doing it, because everybody has a position to play. But I'm always going to be that person that is going to be concerned about our health and be concerned about our wealth. Period. Okay? That's what I was put on this plane of existence to do. Okay? No knocking the hoteps. I asked the hoteps for forgiveness on TikTok. Like, please forgive me. You were right the whole time. But the one thing that people need to understand is everybody doesn't wake up at the same time. So in those cases, you have to learn how to be very patient with people. You know, I've been able to learn how to be very patient with people and to not take it personally that they don't see things the way I see things. I had to accept that I see things a lot sooner than other people do, or I see things a lot differently than other people do. So I figured out I'm a little bit of a neurodivergent. I don't think the same way. Hey, sis, what's up? I don't think the same way everybody else thinks. And that's okay. Okay. But the one thing I never lose focus of is my people. The one thing I never lose focus of is how can I help my people? How can I move my people forward? Because it's going to take more than just me. I can't do it by myself. Okay. But what I can do is the bulk of the work, which is what I usually do. Okay. Because I don't mind that. So for those of you that don't know what it is that I'm building right now with the help of several other co-founders, is Black Sheep Sweeps. In order for us to get our asses out from under white folks, we're going to have to rebuild our own shit. Some days I just feel like Black people have given up on building, because every time we do build something, they come and tear it up. That's the beauty of building something online. Can't nobody come and burn our shit up. Can't nobody come and flood our shit. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of getting involved in an industry that is relatively in its infancy in America. But what has always been a barrier for us to get involved in. Even though, if you go and look at the statistics, we're one of the major groups that holds up the entire industry. So we are the ones that spend trillions of dollars on these different industries, whether it is clothing, shoes, entertainment. We are the ones that spend. The only reason this country tolerates us is because of our spending power. Even though it's our country, even though it's always been our country, even though we built this bitch. Okay? The thing that makes them tolerate us is that they know they can get our money out of our pockets. And our money then goes into their community. That's why they tolerate us. Because we got something like $300 trillion to spend with them. And we are going to casinos. We're one of the biggest blocks of people that gamble. And then on top of that, it's 18 to 24-year-olds make up the biggest block of people that are doing online spinning, slots. 18 to 24. Okay? So what I need you guys to understand is they're coming for our kids. If y'all haven't paid attention to what they're doing, perfect example. Where's Miss Sylvia? Is Miss Sylvia here right now? And Miss Sylvia lives in Kentucky. Kentucky just passed a law that anybody 15 years old is going to be, that commits a crime, is going to be tried as an adult. 15. Anybody that commits a crime, you're not going to juvenile anymore. You're going straight to adult prison. Okay? All of this shit that's happening around the country, and ICE targeting all these different people and them changing all of these laws to target our kids, they're coming for our kids. We right now are dealing with record-breaking unemployment. And y'all have 18-year-old plus kids at home. And my question to you is, what are you going to do with those kids? Where are they going? Where's the plan? What is the plan? The military is no longer a safe option for our children. You got this drunk leading the military, got them boys doing illegal shit out here bombing people. You hired an unqualified man to be over our military, who is a known drunk and a mean one at that. And now he's over the military, and he's changed all kinds of rules. He's changed rules for reporting, essays, and all kinds of shit. He literally changed the rules so that women that get sexually assaulted in these places can't even go and report it now. Because they're going to hold you responsible for reporting, because they look at it like you are making life hard for the person that attacked you. I thank God every day that my niece did not go into the military. She was set to go in January of this year. And because Kamala didn't win, she didn't go. And I all I could do was pray and ask God to please change her mind. But the question remains, where are they going? They're calling in bomb threats at the HBCUs. Shit is getting worse and worse by the day out on the street. And I told y'all last year, I said, we gonna be back in the house. I give it a year. I don't know if it's going to be another COVID or what it's going to be, but we're going to be back in the house. And here we are. Half the country, most of the country, afraid to leave the fucking house at this point. afraid to leave the house because we already get tense and our blood pressure already goes up and cortisol is shooting into our veins when we see a police car. Now it's worse because you don't even know who ICE is. You don't even know what they're driving. You don't know if they're real ICE or not. So the reason this shit hits me so hard is because I'm very concerned about our kids. I mean, I know as parents, we're all concerned about our kids, but I am majorly concerned about our fucking kids. Because if the unemployment rate is this high, then our 18, 19, 20, 21, 25-year-old kids are out there competing with people that have 20 years of experience on a job. Do you think that your kids are going to get that job? And secondly, Black Americans have always been told and always been pressured to push our kids out of the nest. Like our kids are more grown than other kids. Right? Like our kids are so much more mature than white kids. Why do y'all think that is? So our kids can go out and struggle, get bogged down with a bunch of debt, get bogged down with a bunch of student loans. So they are forever slaves. Hell, some of y'all ain't even paying off y'all student loans. And now we're repeating that fucking cycle that they put in place for mostly us. So here is where Black Sheep Sweeps comes in. If the largest demographic of gaming is between the ages of 18 to 24, why are we not supporting our kids in that industry? That industry alone in just America this year will make $11 billion. Why are we not supporting our kids streaming video game playing when that is a very, very lucrative industry for our kids? They're playing video games anyway. So why aren't they getting money from it? Kai Cenat and all those other young brothers are making millions from literally sitting up and playing games online. People love to watch other people play games. Why are we not supportive of that? Why every time we see our kids playing video games, all you do is sit around and play video games all day. See you later. Good night. All you do is sit. All white people do is sit around and play video games too, and they're getting paid for it. Why are we not allowing our kids to play games and get paid for it? And then this new generation of gamers, they're gambling. And they don't look at it as gambling. They look at it as an investment. They look at it as a way to make extra money. So what Black Sheep Sweeps will do for those people, for those tech savvy young people, for those young people that are sitting on the internet all day, every day, for those young people that have 100,000 to 1 million followers on TikTok, will allow them to spread the word about Black Sheep Sweeps and get paid. That's all we're doing. We are building a platform owned by Black people. Every casino out here in Vegas is online. I forgot to post this video about how the rental properties and the housing prices are plummeting in Vegas because no one's coming to the casinos anymore. Thank you, Donald Trump. That's what y'all voted for. If it weren't for locals in Vegas, nobody would be in the casinos. Nobody. You know why? Because people now prefer to play games on their phones. Nobody has the money nor the time to fly out to Vegas and gamble when they can simply pick up their phone and play the same games. Think about Black Sheep Sweeps as a football team. A football team is always owned by white people, but it's always a bunch of black people playing the game. Aren't y'all tired of not being an owner? Aren't y'all tired of them owning us? Especially when we are the majority of the people that support it. Now you all have an opportunity to not only get yourselves involved, but to get your kids involved. The absolute best Christmas gift you can give your kids is a career. Your kids going out, telling people about Black Sheep, which is what we all do every day. Every single time we eat somewhere, what are we doing? Taking a picture, uploading it to the internet, right? Every time we travel somewhere, what are we doing? Taking a picture and uploading it to the internet. Every time you put your makeup on, every time you put an outfit on, what are you doing? Uploading it to the internet. And guess what you're not doing? Getting paid to do that. You ain't got paid from not one restaurant you ate at and posted a video for. You didn't even get a free meal. All them clothes that you put on every day, you pay for them clothes. And now you are a walking billboard and advertisement for those clothes. And everybody's, well, where'd you get that? What'd you do? Every wig you wear. Where'd you get that wig? Now I'm a free billboard. I ain't got paid nothing from Amazon for referring them. I ain't got no money paid from Sensational for referring somebody to them. But what we do every day is we refer people, right? But Black Sheep Sweeps actually pays you to do it. Because every single time one of your people that you referred to the platform comes and plays, you make money. Every time. Every time they come and they spend $1, you make a percentage from it. Forever. And this ain't like network marketing where you have to pay every month to get paid and you got to buy products to stay active. And it ain't none of that rigmarole. Remember, I've been in network marketing for 35 years. Okay. If I thought network marketing was the best place for your 18, 19, 20-year-olds to be, I would be pushing a network marketing plan. But because I was in network marketing for 35 years, what we are doing is creating something that's better than that. Okay? Because selling products is not easy and it's very expensive. If you don't have the money to buy a bunch of inventory and if you don't have the skills to go out and sell them before they expire, you're just losing money. And I watched people do that for decades. I wasn't one of them because I know how to sell. But what I'm also going to do is teach your kids how to sell. I'm going to teach you how to sell. I'm going to teach you how to refer people. Okay? I'm going to teach you everything I already know. I haven't worked for anybody in 20 years. There's absolutely no such thing as job security. It doesn't exist. Especially when some demented president that we have and its sycophant government that follows after him can just come through and lay everybody off. You done laid off 300,000 black women. More than that now. Laid them off for no reason. And then you put unqualified white men and women in those positions. You fired the qualified people because of their race. There was no other reason. Because I guarantee you, any job a black person goes out for, we are overqualified for it. We are overqualified. We already know we qualify for the position. We only go into the interview to see if it's a culture fit. And what a culture fit means is how white are these people and how racist are they and can I tolerate it? That's what it means to go and see if you're a culture fit. Okay. I was in HR for 15 years. I know what the fuck that means. What I'm asking y'all to do is to become a part of Black Sheep Sweeps. I don't know why it is that racists will donate money to white folks that will make racist videos and they can just put up a GoFundMe and get $100,000 in a day because they love to hear you call us niggers and shit like that. They have no problem getting $100,000. But when it comes to Black folks trying to do a business that's going to benefit just Black folks, then it's a problem. $100 could change your life. $1,000 could really change your life. $10,000 could change your family's life forever. Because now you and your family are owners. You get to build that business on that billion-dollar industry. You and your family can now establish a trust, put all of your family's goods, houses, cars, and shits in that trust. Every month you're getting profit sharing from $1 million a month platform. You're earning 5% from $1 million a month platform, and you only invested $10,000. You only invested $5,000. You're getting 3%. You only invested $2,500. You're getting 2%. You only invested $1,000. You're getting 1% forever. And when you die, your kids get your account. So your account lives on. There's not one network marketing company, and there's not one job that you have that you can pass down to your kids. But if you're making $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 a week from Black Sheep Sweeps because your players are coming to the platform and playing the slots, the same slots that are out here in Vegas casinos, and you're earning 10, 20, 30% every time they come. So let's just do some math real quick. You're earning at 30%. Your person, which my niece never goes and plays, whether it's in a casino or online, without loading up $1,000. So my niece is one of your players. You're going to have hundreds. She just loaded up $1,000 today. Guess what you made today? $300. What did you do to facilitate that? Did you talk to her? No. Did you follow up with her? No. Did you ask her how she liked the product? No. Did you have to be in contact with her at all? No. The only reason that she is your player forever is that you referred her to the platform. She signed up with your code, your affiliate code. And now whenever she feels like playing online, you're the one that's getting the cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Not from her gambling, not from her losing, and not from her winning, from her loading. Every time they load, you get paid. And you're getting paid weekly. I don't know how many of y'all got laid off from y'all's job, but I know that there are several people, right? Even if you still got your job, I know that there are several people sitting here that can use an extra $1,000 a week. I know that there are people here that will not turn up their nose at $2,500 a week. Extra passive income, because that's what it will be. We are putting something in place that creates real residual income, and I am formally inviting you all to become co-founders. Okay? And right now, in the month of December, it is Cyber December. We hope to have this finished. If we can get the funds raised, and that pays off of everything that needs to be done, from the attorneys to the opinion letters to the software to the processor, to all of that, that's $100,000. Do you know how much it would be if we tried to do a physical casino? 3 to 5 million. But we have the opportunity to do this with 3,000 games on the platform. Not only that, a TikTok shop. We will have our very own Black-owned, truly Black-owned marketplace on the platform. There's no other online sweepstakes casino that has a shop. So you as a co-founder, if you have products that you want to sell to the players, you now have a shop on BSS, which is Black Sheep Sweeps. We are creating something that goes above and beyond what is already out there. And y'all should already know, if it's going to be Black, it's going to be excellent, because we don't half-ass do nothing. So think luxury HBCU meets old money affluence. That's the aesthetic. Everything is going to be top flight. The colors are, I don't even have to explain it to you, because I spent all day yesterday putting the Zoom that we did the other day online. It is on my Linktree. It is on YouTube right now. So I edited that Zoom so that I don't have to keep doing Zooms all the time, because it may be inconvenient for people to try to make the Zoom. You may be at work, you may be doing other stuff. But now you can watch the whole presentation. It's on YouTube and it's on my Linktree. Okay. It's on my Linktree, which is on my Instagram. It should be on my YouTube, but the YouTube video is there. That's where it's housed. Okay. And right now it's buy one membership, get one membership free. Okay. We also have added a family bundle. The family bundle allows you to get 4 memberships, 2 Golden Rams, which is earning 25% and a 1% profit sharing, and 2 Young Rams that you can give to your kids. As long as your kid is 18 years old, they got a job. Not only do they have a job, they have a career. My niece has been doing this for 4 years. The reason that I know how much money is going to be made from this is by herself. This year, she'll probably finish at 1.5 million by herself. And she's not even doing it the way we're doing it. She's doing it on Facebook. Okay. There's a whole underground gambling thing on Facebook that nobody even knows about. That's not what we're doing. Ours is going to be on a bigger scale, but just her by herself, she's doing 1.5. And she's been doing it for 4 years. She's 25. She has 3 kids. She bought her house with cash. Just bought a brand new Escalade with cash. Who the fuck doesn't want to live like that? Being able to work from home, your kids will now be able to stay their butts at home where it is safe. Because I can't trust, and you can't trust, that these kids are going to be okay out in the world at this point. With the condition of the world right now, I don't trust my kid to be out of my fucking sight, and he's 35. Are y'all here? Because y'all are not reacting. Y'all haven't tapped the screen. You haven't even let me know that you're here. Then y'all wonder why I don't come on these platforms. I have given years in my life to help people understand their body and to get their health together. And during all that time, I never asked y'all for anything. I'm asking you guys now to help me help y'all do this. Okay? I cannot do this by myself. I need your help to do this. And this is something, trust me, 6 months from now, your life is going to be unrecognizable. because we need our lives to be unrecognizable. We are meant for more than slavery. You may love your job. I don't know anybody that loves their job. Okay. Everybody I know gets up and goes to work so they can afford to pay bills. Everybody I know gets up and goes to work because they want to eat. Right? We are living right up to the last nickel in our paychecks. And that means there's no extra life to be had because everything goes towards bills and living. How can we help other people if we are living right up to our paychecks? How can we travel? How can we enjoy life more? How can we eat different foods? How can we just live more if we're just living right up to our paychecks? Aren't y'all tired of everybody else living this heavenly life? Aren't y'all tired of that? Yes, please do. It's not enough. But why should we have to live just enough? We're the ones that just enough is to get by is what that doesn't make any sense to me. I know we want more, but y'all are stuck. And I'm showing you a way to do it. This is also an industry that for a long time, for decades, we were in. We created the lottery, the same lottery y'all play today. That is what provided the Black community its money between the 1920s and the 1970s. And then what happened? The states saw how much money was being made in the Black community in all these different states around the country, and they took over the lottery. The same lottery that y'all spend money in every single day. Every week you're playing the Powerball. Every day you're putting down $5 just to hit $40. That used to be ours. We're the ones. This is a chance for us to reclaim what was once ours, get our foot in an industry that has always kept us out of it. And this is just the first casino. There's no limit to how many we can build because the next one by next June will be up and moving, and that one's international. And those of you that are involved right now will be the first ones to be a part of that one. In order for us to change things for ourselves, we're going to have to do different shit. Because what we are doing right now is not working for us. And I am fearless when it comes to opening doors for my people. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to do it. It's going to get done, whether it's with you or without you. But my dream is to have at least 1,000 people getting paid from this venture. White folks can come and gamble with us, but they cannot be owners. And that's the type of gatekeeping it's going to happen. That's going to have to be put in place if we want to be what we used to be. Every other group in this country gets to be segregated, gets to create a parallel economy next to the regular American economy. They're the ones that get to circulate their dollars in their little small enclaves that they built for themselves. The Asians, the Hispanics, the Jews, they all get to have their little corner of the country. Where's our little corner of the country? Where's our little corner of the city? Because whenever Black people get together, what is it known as? The hood. Whenever we congregate in one section of a town, it's known as the ghetto. Isn't it? How come their little sections of the town isn't known as the hood or the ghetto? Why is our little section of the town always negative? So, for those of you that are interested in making some money, for those of you that are interested in having 2026 be much, much different than what 2025 was for you, then click the link on my bio and watch the presentation, or watch the presentation right here on YouTube. I break it all down. I break down the disparities in the gambling industry, how we are the ones putting billions into the industry, but we are the ones that are not getting any money out of it. How there are no owners, and never really, there's only been one man that ever owned black man that ever owned a physical casino, and that was in the 70s. We aren't owners of any of these football teams, these basketball teams. None of this shit where black people are the main ones being the entertainment. We don't own none of these record companies. We don't own none of these movie venue companies. We don't own none of that shit. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not kissing nobody's ass for nothing. And with the money we have in the black community, we shouldn't have to kiss nobody's ass. We got enough money to do what we want to do. We just got to stop giving it to them. Hi, Jada. We just got to stop giving it to them. So that money that y'all were thinking about spending on your kids for Christmas, those presents you were thinking about buying at Target this year, invest in Black Sheep Sweeps and give these people a career. Give these kids something to do. They're on the internet already. Now they can turn their networks into real weekly pay. Okay? You are already on the internet. You're already on all of these social media platforms. You're sharing your life with these people, but you're not making any money from it. People always say, oh, you make money from TikTok. TikTok don't pay one bill in this house. There's not one bill that $20 that I get from TikTok pays in this house. And I'll be on there for hours. You know what the difference is? White folks will send other white folks gifts. Black folks don't be sending no gifts unless it's for something real silly. Like, and then the people y'all want to elevate are always the people with the drama. The people that y'all elevate are the people getting beat up by their boyfriend, and you like to be a part of watching that. The people that y'all elevate are the people that don't give a fuck about being black and being proud. Those are the people that y'all elevate. But they're also the people you guys tear down when you feel like it. So we got some work to do. Okay? I'm not trying to preach to y'all, but I'm just trying to get y'all to understand where we are, because I was trying to get y'all to understand what was going to happen if we didn't vote for Kamala Harris. And every single thing that we are witnessing today is exactly what I said was going to happen. Now, the 92% of black people, black women, we did our part. This is also why we are becoming very detached from America. Because to us, that was the last fucking straw. This is the last chance we giving y'all motherfuckers. Because if you really want to be honest, it is black women that fucking save this country from itself every single time. And this time we said, either you're going to elect this woman or we're out. I purposely have been out. A lot of black women have purposely been out. We're not doing it anymore. We're not coming to the rescue. We're not cleaning up other people's messes. We're not engaging. We're not going to be out there on the front line sacrificing our health and sacrificing our lives anymore. Y'all got it figured out. I don't know about y'all, but I think we got the message this time, and we're not doing it anymore. So it's not good enough for us to not engage. We also have to build. Okay. So y'all have come to me for years and asked me for help and asked me questions about your health that you couldn't get answered at the doctor and all this and the other. I'm asking you for help now. Help me build Black Sheep Sweeps. I don't care if that's just you coming in as a little lamb and that's $100. You coming in as a wool riser, which is $250. You coming in as a young ram, which is $500. You coming in as a golden ram, which is $1,000. You coming in as a unicorn, which is $2,500. An alpha ram at $5,000, or a crown shepherd at $10,000. Pick one and let's go. Pick one and let's change not only that industry, but also let's build money so that people can now afford to build community-based businesses. We're never going to have our own restaurants and laundromats and parking lots and public storage and all those community-based businesses that are recession-proof, again, without having a strong foundation of money, where we don't have to go to the bank and ask them for loans that you know they're going to say no to. This is how we survive in Harlem and all of these other thriving Black enclaves for decades. Running the numbers. Okay, so the link in my bio has the link to the memberships where you can go and pick your investment level. That is also on CE Organics. They have the family membership. Everything else is buy one, get one free. So if you bought a golden ram, you're going to get another golden ram that you can give to your wife or your kid. If you bought a wool riser, you're going to get another membership that you can give to your husband or your kid. If it's 4 of you guys, get the family membership, which is $1,999. That's 2 golden rams, which is by itself $2,000. And then you also get 2 young rams, which is another $1,000. So a $3,000 value for just $1,999 for you and your family. Okay. And remember, this is something that if something happens to you, your entire business can be handed down to your kids or to somebody else you want to hand down to. So this is never ending. You go out, you get 500 players that are playing every week. You're going to be making thousands of dollars. You don't have to talk to these people. You ain't got to follow up with these people. You don't have to do nothing. And then you're going to see all of your money in real time every time they play. You're going to go into your back office on the platform and see the money stacking up. We have player-to-player chat where the players, you playing against other people on the platform. You're meeting other people. The main thing about this is also community. We're building a whole community where you get to communicate with people from around the country. Okay. So this is my personal invitation to you all to become Black Sheep co-founders. Okay. We have a Facebook group called Black Sheep Sweeps Founders. You can join that. A lot of the marketing material that we've already created is in there. I have tons of it. I make it every day. So all you're basically doing is copying and pasting the posts that I make to spread the word. I mean, I can't make this shit any easier for you. You're going to have business cards with your CFC on it, which is your co-founder code. Your code is what they would enter to join the platform, making them your player. Okay. So I'm going to go and I'm going to go live on TikTok, but I wanted to have this conversation where I can speak freely because they don't allow me to speak freely about this on those platforms. So I'm going to go over there and we're going to be talking about other shit. So if y'all want to come over there, that's where I'll be. And that's where the music will be playing. But in the meantime, click the link on my bio, watch the video from YouTube. It will explain the entire business opportunity and break it down for you so you fully understand it. Okay. And then the memberships are also on the Linktree. Oh, and as a matter of fact, Linktree banned me today. Twice. So I had to appeal to them and say, what do you mean? Oh, you're advertising something that is regulated, this, that, and the other. No, I'm not. What I'm posting is not against community guidelines. And then they reinstated it like 20 minutes later. I said, these memberships are no different than me signing people up for an affiliate program or a network marketing opportunity. And they put it right back up. Then came back. When I put the link to the Zoom recording, came back and did it again. I put the same thing in the appeal box. 15 minutes later, it was back up. So let me make sure they haven't done no other shit. I'm going to click on the link because I found another. I'm actually going to move to another platform called Chirp. And they allow you to, if you have a Linktree, like these are things that I'm also going to help y'all do. But if you have a Linktree, it'll let you import your Linktree over to Chirp. Chirp does not care what you put on your Linktree. Okay. Linktree has become very, very strict about what you can and can't put on your Linktree. And everything is becoming more and more, or let me just say less and less freedom. Let me just say that. So this other Chirp thing, I'm going to set that up, finish setting it up tonight. And I'm going to just leave Linktree and go to Chirp. Plus, Chirp has a much better layout. Okay, so that's what I was actually doing before I came live. I was like, oh, you banned me again. Let me just go over to Chirp. So I'm going to do that. But also, I want you guys to think about starting a dropship business. Okay, I have been in the dropship business for years. Okay. And I'm going to teach the founders how to do that, because then you can have your own shop on the platform selling the products and you don't have to have any inventory. The customers can buy the products with their coins. And here's another great thing about that is whenever somebody is shopping from our shop, they'll be shopping with their coins. The only way they can get their coins is to load up. Every time they load up, you make money. So if somebody is buying something on our platform, you're going to make money regardless of whether or not they're spending or not. Just another way you guys are going to make money. Not only from the product, but also from them loading up to get the product. Hello. Okay. So go watch that stuff. I'm about to go live on TikTok. So for those of you that are coming over there, I'm about to go talk some shit. Since all they want me to do is to drag white people. That's where I'll be. See you soon. Bye. Bye, YouTube. Do, 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 do.